There's a number.
Yeah, good evening to all of you. Welcome to the third year of the group medical insurance. So we had a very difficult time in finalizing the insurance because the claim ratio has been very higher. We was almost 180% claim ratio was there. So yeah, we ask request all the participants to keep their mic on mute.
The number of candidates are 31 only. It will be 630. 630. Any online class will be? It is IT.
Siddharth, the host of the meeting should be having the option to mute all the participants.
Jaipur campus.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, good evening to all. This is the third year we're running the group medical insurance. The claim ratio has been very higher for the last 2 years. So it was a very difficult task for the insurance committee to finalize the product. I will request now our facilitator, Paskar, to take us forward. Paskar.
Hi, everybody. I am Ritik from Paskar. So we are really thankful for Siddharth, Kirti, and all the members of the IIT Kharagpur's Alumni Foundation who were really supportive and helpful throughout the process of helping us form the best group insurance that is possible. So we would really be thankful for all the competitive partners as well who Siddharth and everybody pitched in. So it was really a great experience working with everybody. So without a lot of delay, I will just start with the presentation of the group health insurance. So this year, I hope my screen is visible to everybody.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, great. So this presentation more or less will be covering all the questions which you all should be having with regards to your new health policy. This time we are tying up with Star Health Insurance, and we have Nishtha also along with us, who is from the Star Health's team, and she will also be helping us facilitating all the questions which you might have at the end of the presentation. So please let us know. Let us go through the complete presentation and come towards the Q&A at the end of the same. So this will basically help you understand the overview of the group health policy which we are opting, along with the top-up policy, with the exclusions of the policy along with the inclusions. Also, will be as a Paskar, we also have multitude of partners which help us with the benefits, wherein you can log into the Paskar app directly after the registration and access the benefits. Along with that, we'll also be sharing support matrix wherein you can get in touch with us either directly to me or with our support team, and we'll help you figure out your health insurance part at any point of the time. So to give a brief about Paskar, we are basically an insurance tech company wherein we help mediate you between the claims or any kind of medical queries right with the Star Health Insurance. And all of this can be directly done through the app, which is available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Also, at the end of the presentation, we'll be sharing this same deck with the IIT Kharagpur's Alumni Foundation team, and you can access the same over the website as well. So we are basically an all-in-one app wherein you will be able to access all the details pertaining to the health insurance, whether it is any type of inclusions, whether it is any type of exclusions, process of raising the claim, or finding your nearest network hospital, along with the e-cards, which you can download directly from the hospital, directly from our app, and display the same at the hospital. And the hospital should be able to process the cashless claim if it is part of the Star network. If not, we will definitely be able to help you out with the reimbursement procedure for the same. So coming to the total overview of the group policy, our policy period
Can we
will be
ask
starting
questions
from,
in between, or you want us to reserve the questions later?
I think we can keep the Q&A at the end such that you will also gain a clarity of all the features of the policy, and then we can collate all the doubts and get help clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So starting with the overview of the policy will be beginning from 8th of Feb 2023 and 2024. Along with that, it will be valid until 7th of Feb 2025. So basically, this time the insurer is Star Health and the TPA support is being provided by MediAssist. And the sum insured for the base policy would be for 5 lakhs, which would be covering self, spouse, 2 dependent children, along with 2 dependent parents and parent-in-laws. So starting with the inclusions of the policy, as discussed before, it is around 5 lakhs, along with the alumni member, spouse, 2 children up to the age of 25, and 2 parents or either set of parents or in-laws up to the age of 100 years. So the normal room rent capping which has been set as per the current year's policy is around 5,000 rupees, and the ICU room rent is being capped at 10,000 rupees. Along with that, any kind of pre-existing diseases, whether it be related to diabetes, whether it be related to heart, will be supporting all the claims and honoring all the claims, since this is a group medical policy. So this is basically a key differentiator between any retail policy which we have in the market when in comparison to the group policy. So any kind of pre-existing diseases should be covered.
Is it limited to the 2 you mentioned, or is it any?
Sorry?
Is it limited to the 2 that you mentioned, which is diabetes and something else, or is it
No,
any and
it will
every?
be covering all the pre-existing disorders, which could be thyroid, cardiac related issues, or diabetes related issues, or anything.
Cancer?
So that should not be a problem.
Cancer?
Yes, that is covered as well. So we have a disease-wise capping for few particular diseases which can, or the treatments, which could be for cataract, wherein we have a limit for around 25,000 per eye. Along with that, we have similar kind of a sub-limit or a capping set for knee replacement and the hip replacement at around 2 lakhs and 2.5 lakhs respectively. So coming to the portion of the claims, as we had discussed, as I think somebody had brought in this question about the copay, all the claims, whether it is a reimbursement claim or a cashless claim, there will be a 25% of the copay on the same.
Oh my God.
And the remaining
does that mean they run concurrently with the capping of the disease?
No, apart from the disease, there will be the sub-limits will not be applicable for the copay.
No, let's say if I have a cataract for both eyes, which is probably most of us are in that age group, and the cataract expense is 35,000, okay, which is typically what is in the current policy which we have. What will I have to pay with Star?
In that scenario, the sub-limits which are set, that is up to 25,000. There will be no copay specifically on the sub-limit. There will be a copay on the total.
So if I have 35,000, you will reimburse 25,000 per
Correct.
eye.
Yes.
Huh? And there is no copay on that. So copay is applicable on all claims other than the disease-wise capping.
Exactly. Correct. So similarly, we have ambulance coverage up to INR 3,000 rupees, wherein if there are any charges, they can be completely reimbursable either through a cashless method if the hospital is supporting the cashless treatment, and if not, it can be done via the reimbursement process.
One question here, is the top-up portion also cashless?
Yes, yes. Top-up portion will also be cashless if the hospital is part of the STARS network.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, I'm just interrupting. It's a very short interruption. A few days back, it's all going to be cashless because there's the rules from the whatever your agency is taking care of Mediclaim. Everything has become cashless. I can send it over in the newspaper, and even New India sent me saying that now they call it a feather in the hat, but they've got bambooed from the government for all cashless now.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
we will
Thanks.
definitely be able to help you with the same. There is a particular flow which needs to be done in case it is not a network hospital, wherein we will be having to notify the insurance company for the same, but we can definitely help you.
Devarajan said, let's meet at
No, no,
7.
I'll further clarify. Even if your network hospital is now not covering you for cashless, the moment you file your claim, they automatically become cashless. They have to register you.
Come online.
I can send that.
Would you come
I
online?
can send that paper clip to you.
Sanjeev here. This is Sanjeev here from IDS.
So
No, I
Mr.
just
Suresh
spoke
will
to
definitely help you understand the query towards the
Yeah,
end in
yeah.
much more detail. If we can proceed
Yeah.
with the presentation.
Is it applicable both for
Okay,
base
can I-
policy and top up?
Yes,
Can I
COPE will
just
be applicable
clarify?
for both the policies.
Okay.
So coming to the congenital diseases, if whether it is internal congenital disease or it is an external congenital disease, it is covered, however, only under the life-threatening situations. So since this is a corporate policy and which basic factor which sets apart from the retail policy is that there will be no waiting period, whether it is for 3 months, 1 year, 4 years, or 2 years. So it is a completely waived off, and any kind of a pre-existing disease should be applicable right from the day one. In case if you decide to opt for a higher room rent, which is higher than the sub limit, there will be a proportional clause which will be applicable, wherein basically any kind of charges, whether it is hygiene related charges, whether it is doctor consultation, those will be charged proportionally if you decide to go for a room rent, whether it is for ICU or a normal room, higher than the sub limit.
Higher in the linear way or exponential?
It will be higher in terms of the occupants of the room. Let's say if there are, if you are opting for a twin sharing room, ideally the cost is divided between the 2 occupants of the room. Let's say if somebody opts for a room which is higher than 5,000 and is an individual room, the complete costings for the same will be borne by the claimant.
Complete. You won't get any reimbursement.
Up to 5,000, it would be reimbursed, and any differences over 5,000, just apart from the room rent, if there are any charges, they will be charged proportionally in that scenario.
No, the definition of proportional is because normally what happens is after it goes, when you go to a higher room rent, they are not linear, the charges. It becomes non-linear.
Yes. So let us say if there are hygiene charges for 1,000 rupees, you will be having to bear the cost of 1,000 rupees in that scenario. This is just a random number, but I'm trying to explain the scenario.
Okay.
Any costings up to 5,000 would be definitely taken care of.
Tell me this copay, if the room rent is 5,000, do I have to pay 25% of the room rent as copay, or
it will be of the total bill? It will be of the total final bill which would be raised by the hospital.
Okay.
So any room limits or any sub limits which are there, they will be applicable up to the limit which are stated by the insurance team. Anything over and above that, we will be having a copay.
So typically, you will come to a final bill after all the room rent and all the other issues. And then out of that, you will take away, you will say pay 25% and the balance you will reimburse.
Correct.
And what if it is more than 5,000, let's say 7,000, then it will be 25% of that 7,000 also, plus you will again take away whatever is excess of 5.
No. It will be only up on the final bill amount, and there will be no individual. It will not be charged individually. It will be completely on the final bill amount.
I think they'll remove the excess amount from 5,000, and what the balance is left, uska 25% they'll make us pay.
Yes.
Excuse me, please clarify if it is 5,000 rupees room rent per day.
Yes, it is per day.
Including GST or without GST?
It's
It would be
5,000
included.
rupees per day, right?
Yes.
Thanks.
So coming to the next inclusion of the policy, if there is any newborn baby, the life of the newborn baby will be covered right from the day one, given that we have the intimation of the same within a month. So as any claim which is coming to a newborn baby or any newly married spouse, that should be that will be accommodated in the same.
100% or some part?
Sorry.
Please put your
100%
phones
or
on mute, please.
For newborn baby, 100% or some part?
Manoj, your voice is not clearly audible. Can you please repeat once again?
100% or some part in the case of newborn baby?
Can you come again?
100% or some part?
No, 100%.
Okay.
So coming to the next inclusion that we have, any kind of a dental treatment, if it is an outcome of the accident, in that scenario, we will definitely be able to include the dental treatments. However, in general terms, if anybody has to go for any dental checkup or any kind of a root canal, those treatments will not be covered under the policy. Only the dental treatments which are arising out of an accident and require hospitalization will be covered under the same. So similarly, we also have multitude of daycare expenses, which are a lot of the times not covered by the insurers. But however, we have certain list of daycare expenses, which will be shared with you all after the call, wherein you can go ahead and claim for your reimbursement. Whether it can also be done through the cashless treatment.
On daycare, I have a question. Suppose I get a claim done through hospitalization under another scheme. Would I be covered separate? Would I be able to use the daycare under this scheme?
Yes. So Saikat, I'll be coming to that question in the later half of the presentation.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Then I jumped.
And I'll definitely be addressing that question. So please be assured about the same. So any kind of a claim, let us say you, the hospital is not okay with the cashless treatment. It is not part of the network hospital. We would request you to share the claim with us within 30 days of discharge. So this is a standard which is set by the insurance company that within 30 days, at least we should be notified and the claim should be registered within 30 days of the date of discharge.
So the claim submission itself can be after 60 days, right? Because post-hospitalization, 60 days are covered.
The main claim has to be registered within 30 days. And the post-hospitalization expenses can be claimed up to 60 days. So coming to the hospital, sorry?
Multiple claims. One is the main claim and
yes,
subsidiary claims later, okay.
So coming to
and if
Ravi's,
it is not done within 30 days, then
it will not be covered by the insurance because this is basically a term which is set all across the insurance industry. So we would definitely request you to raise the claim within 30 days and any kind of pre and post hospitalization expenses. So
excuse me, this 30 days starts after discharge from the hospital, right?
Yes, date of discharge.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
But claim intimation is required for reimbursement cases?
Reimbursement cases, we do not require any intimation. Definitely, we require an intimation for the same by registering the claim. So within 30 days, if any claim comes to us with all the properly filled forms, along with all the documents, we should definitely be able to honor those claims.
No, because normally it says reimbursement cases should be Claim intimation should be within 24 hours. That is why I'm asking.
Yes. So if you notify us over an email, we will definitely be able to help you out with the same. So please be assured about that. So coming to the pre and post hospitalization, any expenses which are incurred before 30 days of the hospitalization, which could be related to any kind of tests or any kind of investigations which are being performed, those are completely claimable under the policy. Along with that, any expense which comes 60 days after the hospitalization are covered as well. Given that you share all the reports along with the bills, we will definitely be able to help you out with the same.
And regarding newborn baby, um, uh, जो टीका वगैरह लगता है वो भी कवर्ड है क्या? जो जो वैक्सीन लगता है न्यूबॉर्न बेबी को वो भी कवर्ड है क्या?
मनोज आप एक बार ही रिपीट कर सकते हो न्यूबॉर्न बेबी वाला
वैक्सीनेशन भी कवर्ड है क्या? वैक्सीनेशन
नहीं सो वैक्सीनेशंस एज अ स्टैंडर्ड नहीं कवर्ड होते इसमें, बट इन केस देयर आर एनीथिंग we can definitely try to help you out and understand the admissibility of the same.
Normally first year vaccination is covered by insurance.
So this thing will be definitely up to the insurer, and we will try our best to help you out with the same. So please be assured about that. If we receive the notification about whether it is through a reimbursement or a cashless basis, we will help you gain clarity over the same using like via Star Insurance. Nishta, if you can help us here understand the same and share your insight into this. We will come back to the same question after getting a clarity with the STARS team, which is on the call. I think we'll be able to help you out in the Q&A session.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so these two parents, so, and 100 years, so that is the maximum 100 years. Any either parents or in-laws can join in the scheme, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the age limit is 100.
Yes.
Yes, sir. It is 80 to 100. Sorry, Ritik, at that time there was a network error. I couldn't hear you. So yes, sir, the age band is 80 to 100 is what we offer. Other insurance companies also do, but our age band is also 80 to 100 for the policy holders plus their family members, specifically as the parents are there in the policy.
Okay, if it is below 80, then?
Sir, so we have the age band category for the policy holders plus their dependents. So the highest age limit which can be availed, which is there, we have a provision in the system, is up to 100. If it will be lesser than 100 also, it is fine. If it will be lesser than 80 also, it will be fine.
Okay,
yeah, but what is the age limit for the policy holder?
So, sir, as I told you, so the age bands starts from 0 to it goes to 100, up to 100. So definitely, if the kids are enrolled in the policy, they would definitely be coming in the range of 0 to 25 newborn baby plus the kids who are upbringing themselves. And for the policy holders, definitely, what is the entry age as per your internal system, we will accept it, and that will go up to 100.
Okay.
And the same goes for
I have a question regarding this copay and proportionality. Suppose I stay in a room costing 10,000 rupees a day, and my total bill comes to 2 lakh rupees. So, as proportionality, you will reduce it to 1 lakh because instead of 5,000, I'm staying in a 10,000 rupees room.
Sir, so for example, if you already have a room, so you correct me if I'm wrong, sir, you said that you already have a normal room rent limit of 5,000, and for ICU the room rent limit is 10,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're exceeding your room rent limit, so for example, due to XYZ reasons, you take a room rent limit of 6,000 or 7,000, then sir, the total calculation comes on the entire hospital package. So that will affect your room rent, your nursing, your boarding charges, everything.
Please hear me out. Suppose you are giving me a room rent limit of 5,000. I stay in a room costing 10,000 rupees a day. My total bill comes to 2 lakh rupees. So that means by proportionality, you will reduce it to 1 lakh. And
Yes,
from that, you will take away copay also out of that. out of 1 lakh?
Yes, sir.
No, copay will be taken out of 2 lakhs or 1 lakh?
Sir, it will be on the total package, no, sir? So, for
No,
example, the total package, the total bill is of 2 lakh rupees. On 2
Yes.
lakhs, only the proportionate and the co-payment will be applicable, and then the deductions will happen.
That's what I'm asking you. First, you will take out copay, or
the
first you will
figures.
take out proportionality?
It's one of the same thing only, na? So, obviously, on the total bill amount, whatever will be the co-payment amount of 25%, that will be deducted, and rest, the proportionate deduction would be applicable, which will be part of your package only, which will be room.
So how much
that means
what
I
will be
will
the
get
net
only
payment you'll have to
75,000
make?
rupees out of that.
How much is the net reimbursement?
So that means I will get only 75,000 rupees. From 2 lakh,
Yes.
you will, by
Yes, that's
proportionality,
right.
reduce it to
Only
1 lakh.
75,000. Yes, that's right.
Approx, sir,
75,000.
yes.
All right.
And what is mean by dependent parents? Means parents have no income. Dependent parents means no income.
So sorry, we lost your voice.
Dependent parents.
Can we continue, please?
Dependent parents mean no income, without income parents.
Sir,
Mr. What,
let the speaker
Manu?
complete his presentation and then let us ask questions. Otherwise, it is not
Otherwise, this will
progressing.
become endless. You
Can
can
we
write
have the
down your
questions
question.
later on after the presentation is over, please?
Please, that would be nice.
Yeah, otherwise you won't be able to finish the presentation, I
There will be
suppose.
hundreds of queries.
Yes, that's right. So let's start, complete the presentation, then have the questions.
So coming to the
Please.
exclusions of the policy, these are the standard exclusions which are mentioned by the IRDAI, which is the governing body of the Indian insurance industry. So any kind of plastic surgery, unless it is an outcome of an accident, it is a necessary treatment. Only then any kind of a plastic surgery or physical modification to the body will be covered under the policy. However, if anybody decides to opt for a plastic surgery, that will not be covered in the same. Similarly, any kind of routine eye examinations and costing which are related to the contact lenses or the glasses or the hearing aids, the same is not claimable under the policy. Any kind of infertility treatment is not covered under the policy. Similarly, as we had discussed before regarding the dental surgeries, they're only covered in case there is an accident. However, no normal kind of a dental surgery would be covered in this. Any expenses coming to the deductions, any expenses related to the consumables, which is like the syringes, gloves, tissues, sponges, those are not covered and they are completely payable by the claimant in this scenario. So similarly, any kind of a treatment which is availed outside of India or which is availed at home is not covered under the policy in this case. And any expenses arising out of the vitamins or tonics, unless they are a part of the treatment, the same shall not be covered under the policy. And apart from all the exclusions, our policy also does not cover the expenses which arise out of the LASIK surgery.
Come again?
Any kind of expenses which are related to LASIK surgery. For correction of the eye power, they are not covered under the terms of the current policy. So similar to the base policy that we have, we also have a top-up policy wherein you can opt for the sum insured, which is higher than the sum insured of the base policy, up to 5 lakh rupees. So we have a flat 5 lakh rupees of a top-up policy in this case. And the top-up policy gets initiated once the base sum insured is exhausted. So coming to the overview of the total top-up group top-up policy, Similar to the base policy, the policy period would be starting from 8th of February 2024 and will be applicable until 7th of February 2025. In this scenario, the the group top-up policy is being provided by Star Insurance along with the TPA support from MediAssist, which would be covering, if you are opting for all the members, it should be covering all of them subsequently. So coming to the inclusions of the policy of the top-up policy, the conditions remain same as the GMC base policy, and this will be only initiated once the sum insured is exhausted for the base policy. So all the terms and conditions, whether it is inclusions or exclusions, they remain the same throughout the top-up policy.
Here also
Including
there is
the
a
room rent.
copay. Here also there's a copay.
Yes, the policy terms remain same as the base policy. So there will be a copay of 25% in this scenario as well.
In case I have a base policy with another insurance company, can I take only the top up from this insurance policy?
We should be able to share a clarity on the same, because since this will be a policy in terms of deductibles as well, so we'll be sharing the clarity over the same over the email.
Okay.
So as we had discussed, basically all the pointers related to our base GMC policy and the top-up policy. Along with that, PassCare also has add-on benefits wherein we have partnered with our partners and vendors to bring you the best offers which are just apart from the base policy and the top-up policy. So these are basically discounted benefits which are shared across. So starting with the fitness plans, we have in India discounted rates for the gym memberships or any kind of workouts through Cult Fit. Along with that, we have dental health plan, exclusive offers for the dental health plan from Clove Dental. Any kind of tests or health checkups which are to be scheduled, if you schedule through Redcliffe Labs through our app, we should be able to provide you a competitive discounted prices compared to the market. Similarly, if you have any kind of queries regarding to the consultation of elective surgeries, they are also available at a discounted rate through Pristine Care. And all of these benefits can be accessed right from your PassCare app. We also have discounted rates for medicines, up to 27, giving up to 27% off on the first order and up to 17% on the subsequent orders which are to be placed through Tata 1mg. Along with that, we also have Nua Women's Products as part of our wellness and benefits partner, wherein you can claim up to 30% of discount on the market prices while going through and doing the transaction through our app. So these would be the steps wherein you can go ahead and book the health checkups and other tests right through the PassCare app, wherein you can just go to our banner of MFine, select your location and select the tests, and you can accordingly schedule it right from the app without going to any third-party app. So all kind of health-related checkups or any kind of tests which are to be conducted, they can be directly done through the PassCare app rather than going through multitude of different partners. So this would be like a one-stop app and a one-stop solution wherein you can access all the benefits along with the benefits related to your GMC and the group top-up policy. Similarly, if you would want to opt for any kind of benefits which are related to Clove Dental, you can click on the Clove Dental banner and our app will suggest you the next possible steps for the same.
What about hearing aids?
Hearing aids are not covered under the policy. similarly, as we had discussed for the elective surgeries through Pristine Care, so you can avail all the benefits for all the offers and all of our partners right through one single app and one single click. So coming down to the most crucial part of any health insurance plan, that would be claims. So we can definitely help you out with the cashless claims, given that the hospital is part of the network, Hospital of Star Group. If not, there is a cashless for all policy, which was highlighted by one of the alumni here, wherein we will definitely be able to help you out with any kind of a cashless claim. However, an intimation to the insurer needs to be sent, and it is up to the insurer and the hospital. If they are both aligning on the same, we will definitely be able to help you out with the cashless claim. So
I have one question here. How does the copay work with cashless?
The copay will be applicable on the total bill, which would be raised to the insurance company.
So when do I pay? Before or after?
So once
Sir,
how
after
the process.
the billing.
Yeah. Yes, Nishant.
Sorry.
At the time of discharge.
Sir, at the time of discharge, you will be paying it at the time of discharge. Once you go to the, once anyone goes to the hospital, the initial approval is given by the TP and the insurance company. Then, because we just get a basic documentation at that time, and once the final billing is in process, the running bill and the final bill is there. Basis that a final bill is accumulated, on which the co-payment and the total deductions will be calculated, will be billed. So definitely you have to pay at the end of the discharge process only, sir.
Fine. Okay.
I got a question on network hospitals. In 2023 or 22 December, I got admitted. I had two policies. I gave both the policy details to the hospital and they rejected both. And finally, when I told that MediAssist is a TPA, they accepted immediately. So is it who's more decisive in deciding whether cashless is applicable or not? Is it the TPA or is it the insurance company?
So, sir, I would like to address you on this. So, by the insurance companies only, the TPAs are allocated. Let it be a PSU insurer or a private insurer like New India, Star Healthcare, Niva Bupa, any of the insurance companies you take. So, we also, because we have our direct lines also, sir, corporate and we have our direct lines also, corporate and retail also. Same way, the TPAs also have a specification and a platform. So, sir, there might be a reason, as you rightly said, that your both policies were rejected. So, with which insurance company, sir, you had that policy?
One
That
is from
time?
IIT KGP 2 years back, the first year.
Which insurer,
And
sir?
the same IIT KGP.
No, sir, the insurance company. So, this is your corporate
Insurance
policy through
company,
IIT?
I don't know. I don't recall now. Maybe New
It was
India.
IFCO it was. IFCO.
No, IFCO is
Tokyo.
last year. I'm talking about 2
IFCO was
years back.
last
It
year,
was
sir.
New India Insurance or something.
So there
Yeah,
might be a possibility, sir. There might be a possibility that New India and their network would have not been, negotiated well. But if MediAssist have themselves on their panel, so there would not be a problem. At times, you will see that the insurance companies in the panel of the hospitals, but the TPAs are not. And at times, the TPAs are on the panel, but the insurance company is not. Is not. It happens, but those are once in a blue moon cases only. Majorly in the A-grade hospitals or in the metro cities, you will see that all the insurance companies listed, because we are also listed companies as Starrel. So all the insurance companies in the TPAs, now MediAssist is also listed, sir, by the way. So we all are in the same panel of the hospital. So you would not face any kind of challenges there.
I have one simple question here. I have an existing 20 lakh policy from Star Health.
Okay,
This
sir.
IIT Kharagpur policy will be an add-on to that, or will it be a standalone policy?
So that is a retail policy which you have with Star. So that is a totally different product with different terms.
Okay.
So you
So
have a
now
senior citizen policy with us?
That's right. That's right.
Great. So, sir, the senior citizen policy totally works in a different forum. Whatever terms and conditions and co-payment it has, so that is a separate policy altogether. And your corporate policy of Star is totally different, which has all the things covered from day one, as in all the pre-existing diseases, everything is covered from day one. All the critical illnesses are covered from day one. And in
Yeah,
a
tell me
retail
so.
policy, there are certain,
Conditions. Yeah, tell me one thing. Can I choose which one to use first? Which one to exhaust first?
Sir, I would personally advise, we always advise to our customers that first go for a corporate policy.
All right.
Because
Okay.
in corporate policies, the tendency of rejection is very, very, very minimal, because
All
everything
right.
is covered from day one and everything is very, very
Yeah,
clearly
but what about the
authenticated by
co-pay
your
part
broker.
of it?
Excuse me, see, one query. You see, by corporate policy, you mean the IIT Kharagpur policy, right?
Yeah,
That,
IIT
that,
Kharagpur.
that.
Absolutely right, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay.
So
Yeah,
it
but
will be advisable, sir, first to use your corporate policy, and God forbid if the sum insured gets exhausted, then you can later on tell them, because at the initial level only, if you will guide the hospital, they will try to use your that policy which has the maximum sum insured, that 20
All
lakh
right.
wala policy. So first it is
Okay.
advisable, take your corporate policy which is very indicatively clear, and then in case if the sum insured gets exhausted, then you can proceed further for your
yeah,
retail
but
part.
in the
But of
corporate
But then,
course,
policy,
it
they have
depends
a
on the
then
fixed
copay also, right? Copay percentage
Then you
also.
whereas
sublimit in your
in the
corporate
retail policy,
policy.
there's no co-pay.
If we
Ma'am,
don't have
are
a
there any
copay in the other
supplements in your
policy,
corporate policy?
no. If you don't have a copay in the pre-existing policy, right, that you're having already with the Star Insurance, then
My
naturally you
question
should
is,
go for that.
do you
Senior
have
citizen
sublimits
has,
in,
sir.
do you have a sublimit in your corporate policy for, if I have to go for stents, do you say that maximum allowed is only X amount, or my claim can go up to 5 lakhs?
So for the knee, there is a capping. Rest, not on all the diseases, there is a capping.
We have it only for cataract and the knee replacement and the hip replacement.
So rest on all the other diseases, sir, and on the other aspects, there will be no capping, sir.
So
No
it
hidden
means
capping.
that if you have an existing policy and you take this one, Star Health, both will be equal, and it's up to you to choose which one to use, right?
no,
Yes, sir,
I
but
have
my
one.
only consent is that.
Now, if you don't mind, can you
Yes, sir.
complete the presentation? I have to attend another meeting.
I think please complete your presentation, then ask questions. There's no end to it.
So yeah. So as we had discussed about the cashless claims, similarly, we also will help you out with the reimbursement claims. So given that obviously within 30 days of discharge, we received the notification for the claim. So we will definitely help you out with the same. Everything needs to be done through the PassCare app, wherein you will be raising the request for the claim by clicking a raise claim option through our app and submitting your documents accordingly. So from there on, our claims team will take it forward with the Star team, and the next necessary steps will be communicated accordingly via an email chain, which would be initiated between PassCare, Star Health, and the claimant. So we will make sure that the entire reimbursement process is smoothless and rather not a delayed experience, which multitude of the times happens. So coming to the steps of how to apply for a reimbursement claim, there is a clear small red circle wherein we have an option to click on raise claim, and subsequently you can select what kind of a hospitalization you had to undergo, whether it was an emergency hospitalization, whether it was a planned hospitalization, or whether it is a normal reimbursement claim. From there on, you will be just required to fill basic details regarding the member who is claiming the policy, along with the hospital's admission date and the date of discharge. And from there on, a separate ticket will be generated. Along with that, you will be receiving a complete details through the email chain for the same.
And I don't understand.
Yes.
The thing is, you said that, you have to get a clearance before the discharge. before the
That would be in
discharge.
terms of cashless. The intimation is for the cashless claim.
Okay, this is not for the cashless, this is for the reimbursement.
This is particularly only for the reimbursement claims if in case the hospital is not part of the STAR network and they are not ready to facilitate.
Okay,
the
and
cashless.
we do it with you people, the PAS.
Yes.
Okay.
So there will be an email chain which will be initiated once the ticket is generated.
We don't
between
have to do
STAR.
it with, we don't have to do it with Star Health. We do it with you, and
Yes, we will help you facilitate the claim
that
completely
means the
throughout the process.
documents, we have the document, the filling up of the form, etc., and sending the statement and vouchers, everything has to be done to you.
Yes. And we will be forwarding those details to the STAR team, and we will be making sure that within the given TAT period, we will be honoring the claim. So now coming down to the FAQs, which we have. So how the first question.
Sorry,
which,
can I interrupt at this stage?
Yeah, sure, you can. First of
So,
all, I would just
you
like
know,
to go and
these days there is a thing called oral chemotherapy, which is being covered by some insurance companies. Oral chemotherapy, they're tablets for treating cancer.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you don't have to be admitted in hospital because you're having tablets prescribed by the doctor, cancer specialist. But they're quite expensive.
Absolutely, yes.
They're very expensive. Is this covered by the insurance policy?
Nishra, if
It's
you can
like
help us
cancer treatment
understand-
should be, but the fact is you're not being hospitalized.
Correct.
And you are being treated by a cancer specialist who's prescribing tablets to treat your cancer. And they can be, it could be almost 80,000 a week, you know, on this treatment.
I think we should ask them to clarify and come back. So can we move ahead?
Yeah, please. Okay.
Yes. So basically, if you would definitely want to understand on how you can opt for these particular benefits, whether it is opting for the group medical policy or whether it is opting for the group top-up policy. So we'll be having one link that would be active, which would be called IIT KGP Alumni Foundation India.passcare.com, wherein you will be logging in, putting in the details of your dependents, and from there a pricing will be computed. Once the pricing is computed, you can go ahead and make the payment via UPI or any other method that would be convenient for you. So this would be the step one. And coming to the step two, first of all, once you decide to opt for a particular policy, you will be receiving an email from our end, from Passcare's end, stating that you are opting for the group health insurance or the top-up insurance for a particular set of family members. You would have to take a screenshot of that along with the screenshot of the payment and share it across to both the email IDs. One would be at IITKGPAFIpayments@passcare.com, and second would be a cc2shipshankar@gmail.com, which is with the IIT's Alumni Foundation. So what we'll be doing is it will be the premiums and everything would be reconciled, and from there on you will be onboarded onto our new policy.
You told Rashmi.
Sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So eligibility of being part of this particular policy or being a member of the same. So the first and the foremost condition in this scenario would be you would be required to be part of the alumni group or alumni foundation. And similarly, if you are already part of the alumni foundation, you will not be required to do anything else. You will just be having to go to the payments list, payment link, and complete the payment accordingly. If you are not a part of the alumni foundation, we would request you to get in touch with team@IITKGP Alumni Foundation.in, and they should be able to help you out with the next process for the same. So coming to the queries which could be related to the policy, NRIs and OCIs can definitely be part of the policy. However, we would be requiring any kind of a government ID proof which is issued by Government of India. It could be Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license, passport, or a voter ID. Along with that, an Indian bank account. So those would be the terms. If anybody who is an NRI or an OCI, they can still be part of the policy and avail all the benefits of the policy. However, just the condition would be that they would be requiring certain ID proofs which are stated by Indian government.
Also, the treatment has to be in India, not outside.
Yes, yes. That was that has already been covered as part of the exclusions. But just to give a clarity to the forum, any kind of a treatment which is done inside of India will only be applicable for claiming under the policy. Any kind of treatment which is done outside of India is not applicable here. So there could be another query which most of you could be having. In that scenario, wherein you might be having your own group health insurance, which is given by your employer, or if in case any kind of a personal insurance, will this policy be an addition to that? So in that scenario, this policy will act as an addition to the policy which you have as a personal health cover or which is being provided by your employer. This policy can also be availed. However, only one particular policy can be used at the time of the cashless, and the remaining of the claim amount or the policy details which you look forward to go with will be needing to undergo the reimbursement method.
Are you talking about the top-up policy?
Sorry?
Are you talking about the top-up policy here?
No, we are talking about both the policies, whether it is top-up or whether it is the group GMC-based policy. So you would definitely be part of the policy and you can utilize the benefits of both the policies. However, only one policy can be utilized as per IRDA to facilitate the cashless treatment. And it will be completely up to the claimant.
Excuse me, which
Yes.
means that it is better to exhaust IIT's policy, that is Star Health policy, including top-up, which is 5+5,
yes,
before applying for
Sir, I
separate
disagree with this
reimbursement.
part. Sir, 1 minute.
Yep.
I disagree with this part because our overall claim ratio has been 118%. If we all go to exhaust the Star Health policy, next time it will be more than 300%. So please use this policy as a risk coverage. Use your individual policies first. If this policy claim ratio goes on happening next year, this policy won't happen. So please use this policy as a last, this thing as a risk coverage. Thank you.
No,
On
there's
a
a problem there.
different- on a-
No.
on a
Okay,
different-
can I? No, I'd like to interrupt because this is a very important point. If, for example, I have no other policy other than a base IIT KGP policy plus a IIT top-up policy, then what do I do?
No, then it is okay. But all I'm telling, if all our alumni they go on using the policy, next time we'll be having a 300% top up on claim ratio.
I think what Siddharth is saying is a simple thing, that if you have multiple policy coverages, try and use the other ones first so that the impact on this one is less, so that when we renew next year, the insurance companies do not increase the premium that much more. That's all. So if you don't have a cover, obviously you'll use this and you will use whatever you feel is most convenient for you. That's a request that try and do. Like, for example, if you have a employee cover from your company, use that first and then use this balance. That's all that is being said.
Yeah.
Actually, with the copay involved in this, it's in itself a disincentive. 25% copay is better to use something else than a
If you
copay
have,
one.
sure. If you have another better policy,
If you
of
have,
course.
sir, please go with something
But
else.
lots of people don't have that facility, especially
Oh.
because of no pre-existing diseases, no age barriers, etc. So if you have a better policy, of course, it makes sense to use that.
Mhm.
So coming
One
to the
question, sir. Just a ballpark figure. What would a 5 lakh and a 5 lakh roughly base and a roughly ballpark? I'm not going into the details. I'm 21 years old or 75 years old. Just a ballpark. I take a 5 lakh base, 5 lakh this. How much is spouse and myself? That's two, 1 plus 1. And how much would be roughly the top up? I'm trying to compare it with my previous year's premium through IIT Kharagpur.
So, Mr. Suresh, on that, we are currently working out a plan with the Star Health Insurance such that more or less the pricing of the policy sticks to the previous year's policy, such that there is not a lot of difference when you decide to opt for this particular benefit. So we are trying our best to get the prices similar to the previous year's policy.
Yeah, but it is becoming effective after 3 days. It's too short, no?
Yes. So we will be sharing you all the details along with the link right over your email. And yes, so that will be completely taken care of, and please be assured about this.
So we have to send you our email ID?
No, we already have the list of email IDs. And
of the previous year.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
But I was not a member last year, so how do I send you my email ID?
So Anupam, in that scenario, we will be sending out emails to all the members of the Alumni Foundation, and not only specific to the existing members, but inclusive of all the foundation members.
Perfect.
We are assuming that all of us here who are on the call have managed to get on the call because they've received an email from the foundation. So your emails would be there. And there, if you've not bought the policy previous years, then this year click the link and you will be able to get back onto the application. I hope that answers the question. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
I would like to follow up on Mr. Suresh's question. You see, this will be my first with the IIT Kharagpur alumni. Earlier, I was doing policies with the Aditya Birla Health Insurance, and the premium was really very high. And I'm not really able to afford it since I'm retired now. So the question still is that what would be roughly the premium for 1 plus 1 husband
5 plus
and
5, you mean?
No, he's asking for 1 plus 1 person.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir, 1 minute. Sir, 1 minute.
Varun,
Sir,
I'll answer that question.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Right.
Sir, let me come in. Sir, please, all alumni who are connected here, please go to the IIT KGP Foundation India site. Please register yourself with your respective chapters. The last
I have
year
registered
policy.
there. I have registered there. That is why I got this notice.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Let me complete it. The pricing of the last year policies are there. The age bracket is there. From last year, we had a 170% claim ratio. So premium prices will increase. We are trying to reduce it as much as possible. But they will increase from the last year. So you
What
can
was it last year? Can you tell me?
Siddharth, I think all they're asking, some of them, they don't know it. So they're asking what the amount is likely to be. So please just hold on. Once the meeting gets over and the final rate is done, it will get sent. So you can take a look. If you want to get some idea of what it was last year, Siddharth has said it is there on the website. So because each person's situation will be different, you know how many members you want, what is your age group, so it will all change. So we can't answer that question specifically without those details. So just wait to get the link, or if you want to know what it was last year, go back to the foundation website and you'll find what it was last year.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Can I ask you one question? I'm Prasenjit actually. So,
Hi, Prasenjit, yes.
5 plus 5, 10 lakhs, right? Whatever you're giving, right? It cannot be increased, right? So that's a maximum.
Yeah, that would be the maximum. The base policy would be capped at 5 lakhs and the top-up policy would be capped at 5 lakhs.
So I cannot take another top-up, not possible.
No. 5 plus 5 is the arrangement that we have had with the Star Health.
Ritik, sorry, I think you need to clarify, or maybe I'm wrong. You can't take a 5 plus 2. It is a fixed 5 plus 5, right?
Yes,
You can either take the base policy of 5 and a top up of 5. You can't say I'll take a base of 5 and I need only 3 lakhs as top up. You can't do that.
It's at a flat price.
This policy is a fixed amount. I think you can buy a separate top up from somebody else, right, Ritik?
Yes, there are multiple insurance companies who also facilitate super top up. We also have the access for the same right on our PassCare app, which would be as good as any retail policy.
Fair enough. No, so the answer to the question that was raised This policy, if you buy, you can buy these two policies of 5 lakhs base and 5 lakhs top up. If you still need more, you'll have to go buy some other policy. Here, the option of saying, I can pay some more premium and can you increase it to 10
That will
lakhs,
not be
12
applicable.
lakhs? That's not available.
Yes.
Okay. And 20
Hello, I
and
have a-
25.
This is
I have a-
Vijay. Can I ask one question, please?
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
go on.
In case I die, will this continue for my wife? If she is co-registered or if she is a 1+1 policy, will it continue for my wife after my death? Hello?
Yeah. So we'll be having Nishta answering this query directly from the Star Health team to help us a better understanding of the same. So Nishta.
Yeah, hi Ritik.
Yes.
So yes, sir, in case of unfortunate death of the member, as in the policy holder of the policy, their dependents will be getting the continued coverage.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I think there's a
that is for the
good
for the
question
balance
here.
period
Are
of the
mental cases
current
also
policy.
covered? There's a question by Subrata Pal Chaudhary. Are mental cases also covered as pre-existing?
So mental, so there
For
are
example,
two things.
I know possibly, let me give you an example. I think, for example, is bipolar covered as pre-existing? It should be, no? Because you are covering pre-existing everything.
Sir, in pre-existing, all the major diseases are covered. So the categories are different. So for
So
example,
Nishta, if you don't have the answer, please come back later. The
Yeah,
general answer
exactly.
will not help. Please check and come back, okay? Because there's a
Because
specific
I
query.
think Subrata
Is it
has
going
an
to be a
interesting
last
question.
presentation?
Hello. So just to I checked this web page. It is written around 5 lakhs plus 5 lakhs. So there's a different age group. So minimum is 13,000 premium, and the 70 to 75 is 49,000 premium. So it varies according to the age group.
So Samir, in that case, the premium of the policy will be on the basis of a family rater. Along with that, the highest aged family member would be the costing for the particular like claimant. So let us say if there is a family wherein
yes.
there are different members of the family ranging from the age of 20 to 60. In that scenario, a complete rate for the age of 60 years will be given. Along with that, that pricing will cover all the members of the policy.
Okay, so that age means this is the maximum of that member family.
Maximum age of the family. The highest age of the family member.
Okay, understood.
All right.
I have one
Maybe.
question regarding the copay.
Sure.
So during the final bill, there are some cappings on the room pay. So how will that will be finalized after payment? Did you get my question?
Yes. So basically, what will be happening is whenever the hospital will be raising the request for the final bill, at that time, on the total bill, let's say a bill is of around 1 lakh rupees, so 25% of copay will be applicable in that scenario. And any kind of cappings which are already there, whether it is a room rent capping or whether it is related to any particular ailment such as cataract or anything, the copay will be applicable on the total and the final bill.
Hospital will finalize the bill after seeing the cap on those things, ICU.
Yes. So a notification to the insurance company will be sent out stating for the approval. And once the approval is received, 25% of the copay will be already applicable, and you will be receiving a PDF file from the insurance team stating that the amount which was allowed and the amount which was disallowed, explaining all the specific amounts, whether it was allowed or disallowed. So
all these
25%
things will be
copay
finalized before our final bill.
Yes, yes. Before final bill and before the payment which you'll be making to the hospital, all these details will be computed by the insurer and the hospital.
Okay.
If you come to the bottom out, if the limit is 5,000, they will pay only 3,750, 1,250 you will have to pay. That is the bottom line.
I have one question. Is copay, will 25% copay, will it be applicable on pre and post claims?
Yes, it will be also applicable on the reimbursement claims, even if it falls under pre and post hospitalization.
Thank you.
Hi, Ritik. For a procedure, say there is a cap, and I have exhausted a part of my base plan. For example, say it's a 20 lakh worth procedure, and I have exhausted, and there's say a cap of 5 lakhs on that procedure. Sorry, there's a 25% cap, and I have
Of the total sum insured, right?
Of the total sum insured, right? Exactly.
Yes.
So the base, I will use 2.5 lakhs. Now the total procedure was for 20. Can I use my top up? The same provision will be obviously mentioned in the top up policy also. Can I use the 2.5 lakhs from my top up policy as well? Or I have, because I've not exhausted my base plan, you can use that to not give me the, let me avail my top up plan as well. So
Yes, I definitely understood your query on this. So basically, since the claim would be coming to the main policy, the same also is applicable towards the top-up policy. So if you decide to opt for any kind of a treatment wherein there is a cap of 25% of the sum insured, it will be made, it will be only applicable for the base policy, and that you cannot claim the remaining amount in the top-up policy. It will be only to the sum insured of 25%.
So basically, but Ritik, the point is that if I'm paying premium for the top up as well, why can't I avail the top up along with my base? So the cap
You can
is for
definitely
both.
opt.
base
Yeah,
and
you
cap,
can definitely
right?
opt for both the top-up policy and let's say if there is any kind of a bill which is arising to around 7 or 8 lakh rupees, given that you have opted for both the top-up and the base policy.
There's some crosstalk going on. Request
Can
those
can
who
you
are-
can the host just mute everybody, please, so that we don't have other people's conversations coming in between? Thank you.
Yeah. So, Akrita, coming back to your question, if there is any kind of a capping to the base policy, only that would be the cap, like the payment will be done as per the capping. However, if in case there is no capping as such, you will be completely like
Ritik,
be able
तो
to
मैं
claim the
simply
amount.
आपसे question पूछती हूँ, and I really want that the other members also hear this, because this happened to my family just you know, in the previous cover, and we
Understood.
kind of get this issue, and it was a major shock to the family because we were hoping the top up will kind of help us there.
Yep.
The base gets exhausted, base ka 25% got exhausted.
Correct.
And when we went, and that was pre-approved, when we went to the insurance provider, they said we will not give you the amount from the top up because your base is not exhausted. Your base is 5 lakhs. You've only used 2.5 lakhs of that particular cover. We cannot let you avail your top up because it has not been exhausted, and we can only give you 2.5 lakhs. So we were hoping here that we would get a cover of 5,
Coverage.
but we did not get that. So Ritik,
Understood.
I just don't want that comes that other people kind of have to go through something similar.
No,
So
absolutely. And thank you so much for bringing up that question. So we definitely appreciate that. And it will definitely help us to gain a better clarity of the policy itself. So coming to your question on the same, so obviously base GMC policy needs to be exhausted before moving towards the group top-up policy. So there is no doubt about that. And let us say if there is any kind of a policy where any kind of a medical expense amounting to, let's say, 6 lakhs or 7 lakhs, you can, and if there is no capping to any kind of a procedure which is being performed, so definitely up to 7 lakhs you would be eligible to claim. But however, if in case there is a capping, there would be a limitation to that.
Excuse me, sir.
I have a small query here. Suppose I have
verification.
my hello.
When you say
hello, can I ask the simple question? Suppose my hospital bill is 10 lakh rupees, right? And because my room was 10,000 rupees, not 5,000 rupees, so you will proportionately reduce it to 5 lakh. And you'll take a co-pay of 1.25, so you will give me 3.75 lakh rupees. Now my balance cover is 6.75 lakhs remaining, or that's exhausted? Because you have reimbursed me only 3.75.
So in that scenario, only the amount which is being paid out by the insurance team, only that amount would be deducted from your sum insured.
Okay.
The total bill will not be.
One more thing.
Yes.
Suppose I get a reimbursement of 3.75 lakh rupees from you.
Yes.
All right. Is that considered as co-pay for my another policy from Star Health?
Okay, so you mean to say, yeah, I understood. If I'm understanding the question right, Anupam, in this scenario, you mean to ask that can you claim the co-pay of this particular policy with some other policy? Is that the question?
Yes.
See, as far as we will definitely be able to comment only about our current policy and will not be able to share you the insight onto a different policy, because each and every insurer has a different set of policies and regulations which come along to that.
Yeah, I asked this question because you told me that the Star Health person is also here, because my other policy is with Star Health.
So Nishta, if you can help us gain the clarity on the same. Since
the co-payment part cannot be, passed into the combination of the other policy. So for example, if your current policy is an X co-payment, so after the hospitalization and the final package, the co-payment would be deducted and it will have no resemblance to your other policy, no doubt if it is with the same insurance company also.
So that means suppose I claim from the IIT Kharagpur policies, base plus top up from a 10 lakh rupee policy, my room rent was 10,000, not 5,000. So the 10 lakh became 5 lakh and then co-pay became 3.75. So now this 3.75 lakh rupees, I cannot take it as co-pay into the main Star Health policy, which is external to this Kharagpur policy.
Sir, so if you're using the specific word co-payment, if I'm able to understand it right, sir, whatever will be the deductions of the co-payment, that you cannot take from the retail policy of Star Health. This is what my answer to your question is.
No,
and
can
if
I
you
take
the remaining
can I
amount,
take it from this Kharagpur
Nishta, let me
policy?
try and see and help if I can answer Anupam, because then we can move ahead. Otherwise, we'll get stuck. So Anupam, let's say your bill was 10 lakhs and now you've got 3.75 lakhs reimbursement. You want to take the balance and go and claim it from the other policy. Whatever is your bill which is there will get treated in that policy under those policy terms. So if that policy has no co-pay, you won't pay anything. If that retail policy has a 10% co-pay, then you'll have to, so your balance claim will be 6.25 lakhs now. So you'll have to pay the 10% co-pay of that. If it's 25%, you'll have to pay 25% co-pay of that and then get the balance. And any other further subsequent clarifications, I think we should do it off. Sorry, it's not that meaning?
Okay.
I have a small clarification to ask.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a basic.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm Narayanan.
Hi, Narayanan.
Last year I had a top-up plan, and this year can I change it to a basic plan?
You can definitely go ahead and select the suitable policy which you feel. So that should not be definitely an issue. If you decide to opt for only the base policy, you can definitely go ahead and do that.
And in case I choose want to choose both basic and top up both together this year, I can do that.
Yes, you can do that as well.
And but it'll be for the same number of people, same age group, and so on, right?
Sorry, can you come again in the scenario?
No,
Narayan?
for example, if my base group
Mhm.
consists of myself, my wife, and my mother-in-law.
Mhm.
In the top-up policy, can I have only myself and my wife?
So with regards to this particular query, we will be reverting back to you over an email to not only to you but to the entire forum here regarding the policy details for the top-up policy and if
Yes.
this arrangement could be done.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question, please.
Thank you.
Yes.
You see, last year I had a top-up policy of 5 lakhs. Okay.
Mhm.
And for the coming year, that means from from 7th February 2024 to 25, I want to take a base policy of 5 lakhs plus a 5 lakh top-up policy.
Mhm.
So that is possible, firstly.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
That
for
should
the-
not be an issue if you're opting
For the same
both
number of
policies.
people, for the same, that is, 1+1, me and my wife. I would like to have an idea as to what is going to be approximately. Can you give me a ballpark figure of the total premium that needs to be paid for a basic 5 plus top-up 5? I'm 75 years old.
Prashanta, yes, I understood your query on this. So we will definitely be sharing out the raters over the email. And to give you an assurance, we are trying our best to align it with the costings which were at the previous year. So more or less.
How much was it in the last year? Can you tell us?
Last year it is shown that it is a 6-member premium. This
No,
is
no,
the
no, no,
only
no, no,
detail.
no, 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 no. I'm talking of 1+1, not 6-member. I'm talking of
So
1+1.
that's why in the web, just I'm checking the web page. So it is the amount, the premium is written only for the 6 members only. 2 plus 2
therefore my
children
question-
plus 2 parents.
Yes, Prashanta, we understood your question on this, and we
Yes.
will be sharing you a rater for the same over the email. But more or less, the costings for a similar kind of would be similar to what it was in the previous year.
So you have no idea of what it was for 1+1 persons.
So if I could just take that, Ritik. So if I have to talk about last year's 1+1, that's 2 adults.
Yes.
If you consider, say, your age band to be somewhere around
76 and 74.
right. So it falls under, again, 2 age brackets that we have. One would be, say, 49,600 and the other age band would be for 53,000. Now, again, there would be a further discounting that we would see this year of almost 30 to 35% that was done last year. And the similar one we are expecting this year as well. So last year, if I have to say for 74, the premium was 49,600, on which you had a discounting of 50%. So this year, due to the 170% claim ratio that we have, we are expecting it somewhere close to that. But again, we are yet to get a confirmation from the team, and we will share that with you shortly. A similar discounting is what we are expecting this year.
That is for the base
but,
policy.
No,
Of
could you
base-
give us a could you give me a hypothetical figure? That's what I was.
Right. So,
No,
if
folks,
say-
we have already said that we can't because we don't want any misleading information.
I know, but
so
what
just
you
hold.
just mentioned is
Just
for
hold
only
on
the-
for a few hours. You'll get the full details. So please, I mean, this question has been asked a few times. The reason a specific number is not being given because if there is any slight deviation, we don't want to say you said this, you said that. So please just hold on for a couple of hours.
Okay.
So those who had not claimed in the previous 2 years for IIT policies, will they be eligible for an additional discount this time for no claim?
The answer is no. Sorry.
Okay, because that's possibly because the
Because these are different
insurer is
policies.
getting
Please
changed.
remember, each year's policy is a different policy. The insurer changes, other people change.
Yeah.
So, and it's a group policy, So whether you have claimed or not doesn't matter. The insurer is the foundation, and the foundation has claimed. So.
And tax benefits should be available for the new
We
insurance?
would be sending the certificate that was shared last year. The similar way we would send the
Uh,
certificate as well.
One
The
question.
slide said something, Nishtha. The slide said something which was not correct. It said no tax benefits. So just clarify that and then send out a final one.
Yes,
So
please
with
also
regards to the
clarify
tax
on the
benefits, coming to
tax
the tax
benefit,
benefits,
because for example, if someone takes for the next year a 5+5 policy, then would the full premium be deductible from tax as per the laws of the or the deduction standards of the government?
so in this case, Prashant, I think I'll be able to address this whole question for the whole forum. So the
Okay.
tax benefits for this particular policy cannot be claimed, since this is a policy, corporate policy, which is being taken by the IIT Kharagpur's Alumni Foundation. Hence, you cannot withdraw an individual benefit out of the same, since this is a group policy.
So no tax benefits.
No, out of the corporate policy, you will not be able to take the redemptions under the income taxes.
Yeah, this is
So
only a
about-
corporate policy. I mean,
Yes.
so let's not go around and around. You
Yes.
cannot get a tax benefit if you have
Correct.
a 5+5 policy with you.
Correct.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hello.
This information
I have
may
two-
not be
Hello.
correct because last 2 years we have
Hello.
been getting this tax benefit and I don't see any change in tax
Hello.
laws.
Siddharth, if I could just take that. So last year you were provided with a certificate from the insurance company from IFCO Tokyo. The similar way we have agreed to do it with Star Health also this year. So the certificate would help you in say giving you under ATC and ATD as along with the benefits of the policy also included in the same PDF.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but
thank you.
So why is the answer being given by Ritik saying no, you can't claim? So
Yeah,
that's what I said.
exactly.
So,
I mean, why?
so please do
why
not,
the
one
confusion?
second, folks, just hold on. So the answer given was not 100% correct. So just hold on. I think while logically it's a corporate payment, etc., therefore not available, but we have been able to give our alumni the receipts from the insurance company in the last 2 years. It will get done again. And you can then go ahead and claim as per your tax accountant's advice, etc. So the slide which says that no tax benefits, kindly have that corrected, okay?
Corrected, and we'll share that as well.
Sure, definitely we'll get
Thank
that.
you.
I
Thank
have
you.
a doubt.
Thank you.
I have a doubt. Hi.
Yeah. Hello, there's one question. Hello?
Yes.
You see, this scheme is starting on the 8th of February. See, I'm a first time entrant to do this. Is there a time limit after 8th February? How long is the scheme open for entry?
Harshit, you can share us the enrollment dates. Mostly we should be having the same open. If you can give us the dates and the clarity for the enrollment.
Sorry, can you say that again, please?
Yes.
No, hang on. Siddharth will be able to answer this better than you guys will be. So I think Siddharth, if you want to help with this question.
Normally we'll close it on 8th. After 8th, if insurance company agrees, there will be an extension. But we will request all our alumni who are interested to avail the insurance facility to get it by 8th. After that, it is a discretion of the insurance company. That is all I can tell.
But that means you're not giving enough time. Today is already the 5th. You're giving only 48 hours.
Yeah, true.
Not
So
even
this is
48 hours because premium details are not known.
Correct. So how will I know, and if you give me only 48 hours, I don't even know the premium amount.
No. So let me answer that. So all the information will come. That the period of information is low. There is no doubt and there is no dispute. But there are many reasons why it got delayed, but there's no point boring with all of you with that information. There's a lot of work which has to be. So but the fact is, those who have already had the policy, they know they can decide the actual amount will come in, so they can decide whether they want to be or not. For people who are new, yes, that's why this open house would have helped you decide whether it's a good policy for you or not. The actual premium amount, you'll get to know by the end of the day today, hopefully.
Good. That means you are sending details of those who are already being covered by IFCO Tokyo and all that.
Yes, of course.
And when do we have to make the payment?
immediately so that you can get the coverage from 8th.
So that means if we don't decide by the 7th, that
Right.
means we have to wait till we get a clarification to continue.
Yes. As Siddharth has rightly explained, in the past, we have negotiated with the insurance company to push them saying, please accept, open the window, blah, blah, blah. But that is not something on which we can make a commitment right now.
When can you make a commitment on
No,
that?
we can't. We can't until the period gets over. Until the 8th gets over, we will not know. So on this
But
call, I
last
don't think
week it was
anybody will.
extended till the end of February.
It was a second window, not this. The period was not extended. And why
You
would
will
you
get
want? I
that
mean, if you
much
want to,
lesser
if you like this, why would you want an extension? Because the coverage will not happen then otherwise, no?
I actually have one doubt.
Please go ahead.
Like there are many hospitalization which are covered under day care procedure. There is a list of that, and each has a different capping. So where can I find the list which cover all the day care procedures?
Ankit will be sharing that over the email, and also along with that, we'll be putting it on the IIT Foundation's website.
Okay, thank you.
I have one doubt. Can I ask, please? I'm Shankar.
Sure.
Sir, it is a cashless hospitalized in Pan India, or it is only in particular cities or something like that? Because
No,
I
it is-
live in. Yes, sir.
Cashless
Please.
treatment is available all across India, given that it is a part of Star Network. And if it is not a part of Star Network, you will be having to notify us regarding the same, and we will try our best to facilitate the cashless for that particular claim.
That means even though if there is no hospital in my particular city, you will be facilitating us, correct?
Yes, we will definitely try our best to facilitate the same, given that the hospital and the insurance company are both aligning on the same.
And second question is, sir, please don't mind.
Yeah.
You said that there will be some offers in the clinical lab testing for some diagnostics and all
Yes.
these things. And again, the same question, if there is no any clinical labs in our locality, which is your offers, how do I get that offers?
Yes. So basically, our the partners' availability in that location would be the key determining factor in that scenario.
The simple answer is
a
if the lab doesn't
wellness
exist, you will not get the benefit. But they keep expanding the network. So I mean, if
So
for
can I
example, if
move
there's
to
no
the other
hospital, there's
city?
no hospital.
So can I move to the other city which you are linked with? Is that possible?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that should
Okay.
not be an issue to facilitate the same.
Okay. Thank you.
To start with, where do I find the link?
We will be sharing the link over an email as well, and also the same deck which we are sharing. This also will be shared with you for further references as well. So
Okay, so I
entire
suppose-
process for onboarding will be shared with you.
Okay, thank
over
you.
the email.
Okay, and this payment can be made by a bank transfer in favor of, I mean, all that is stated there, right?
Yes, NEFT transaction or the UPI transaction, we will definitely be able to help you out with either of the payment modes.
Okay.
And another thing, how you will share the premium, please share with different number of members for 2, 3, 6 like this, because in the web page only 6 members are mentioned. So please share all of these details. Okay.
Oh, definitely, we'll keep that in mind while sending out the emails.
I have an important question regarding co-pay of 25%.
Okay.
You see, this 25% can get increased to 30, 35, or even 40%, because there's a cap on the room rent. There's a cap on, and there's certain medicines which are not included. You see, once all these reductions are done, if you have a bill of 5 lakhs, maybe you will be forced to pay 2 lakhs from your own pocket. Now that's a very high figure. So that seems to be, you have to look into it and see that the 25% is reduced. That's a very high figure.
Reduction
Number
is
2
not
question.
possible, the premium will go high. We are having a premium ratio of 100 and premium to claim ratio of 170%.
Yeah,
That
but
means we
Ashik,
gave
that
100
also
rupees.
worsen when you have less number of members.
That is,
Because you have not
those
given enough
assumptions
time.
will not work. Those assumptions will not
Kirti,
work.
just say that, right now we all want the low copay, but this is the final negotiated rate. This cannot change right now. So I mean, We all want it to be 0%, etc., etc. But that's how it
But
is.
that
And
can
even if you
happen
go,
only if the number of members increase.
correct.
And if the numbers of members, you can't give just 2 days notice and expect that many members to.
Oh, no, but we have experience from last 2 years, no? So we know how many people come.
I know, but the experience is, what you say is correct. But last year it was advertised, or at least the details were available much in advance, so we could take some decisions. Now you have made it difficult by not giving us that heads up.
You're absolutely right. As I said, the time has been less, but even if we had given you more time, we have to
That's
negotiate.
incorrect.
And
the point is, you see, we have existing policies. We have to read and compare and decide which one to retain, which one to, let go of.
Yeah, let me just complete that. So what I was saying is that even if we had given you time, we would have had to negotiate with the insurance company before that and then tell you. So once you have the negotiation done, then it can only change next year. It can't change in between.
Anyway,
So when we have an open house, every year this question is asked, can we change the copay? Unfortunately, you can't change it now. It can only be done next year.
But what I'm saying is at least give more time, at least another week for people to take a decision and this thing. Because when you start off...
I agree. That I have said a few times that's something that we, unfortunately, because of the negotiations in the background, that took a little longer than we had thought.
See, we were hoping that it would have happened on the 3rd. So we would have another 2 days, to kind of discuss with people or children or whatever it is as to what is the optimal thing to do. Now, all that is getting negated. It's not that the decision is made by us. It's made by the whole family.
No, but suppose, gentlemen, if you are late for some good reason, and you instead of 8th, you pay the premium on 15th of February, then nothing will happen. You will get coverage, I suppose. Tell me if I'm wrong. However, it will end on 7th February next year. That means
until you make an insurance policy payment, policy does not start.
That's true. That you make the payment, say 15 days later, then you lose the first 15 days of policy coverage.
You see, the main thing is, okay, but at this particular point of now, I know my physical condition. It's not that I don't know. The second part of it is I don't wish to make a hasty decision because I'm committing myself for the next 365 days. It's not that this is the only decision we are making. You may have to let go of some other policy, or you may have to mix and match, do something about it.
Are there any grace period allowed by insurance companies in renewing the policies? Maybe that may help. For example, another 7 days, 2 weeks.
But why isn't Star Health speaking up?
Even in grace period, you will be without coverage.
No, I understand, but that again is
sick, not a single person will get a coverage.
No. The point is that what you say is true, but 15 days versus 12 months is a different ball game. But you're expecting us to decide in 48 hours.
And the premium.
No, you can decide later. What he's saying is you can decide even after 10, 12, 15 days. Only you will not be covered for this period. That's all.
No,
sir. They say that say if that is provided.
I wish to bring another important point. Compared to last year, we had many entities. For example, Marsh, Alive, then the insurance company itself, then the TPA. Now, what seems to be the common factor is among all the 3 years is only the TPA remains the same. Mediassist. So this is also giving us some challenges because at least one of the entities should continue across all the years, right? Otherwise, why are we having facilitators and intermediaries?
Can I ask one question about the payment of premium? Can it be paid by using credit card?
Yes.
Yes, that should not be an issue.
Credit card
You mentioned about only UPI and bank transfer.
Yes, credit card will not be possible because you will be paying directly to the account of the IIT Kharagpur Foundation, which is a State Bank of India account. So there the credit card payment is not possible. You can pay by UPI, you can pay by NEFT. Those are the base things to do. You can also do by IMPS, but then details that get transferred in IMPS are very few and reconciliation becomes very difficult.
Sir,
Who has
last
paid
time we
what?
have paid through credit card also, to my knowledge.
Yeah, last time was different because facilitator was different. Credit card, there is 1.8% gateway charge. If you pay through UPI, there is 0.1% gateway charge. So when you are paying
NEFT has
50,000
no
rupees,
charges,
if
no?
it, huh?
NEFT payment has no charges?
No.
Basically, direct NEFT payment has got no charges. UPI payment also is free. Only if the bank puts in a service charge of 0.1% or something, that happens. Otherwise, in principle, UPI is also free.
Correct.
Thank you.
You see, I'd like to talk about the first insurance policy that you brought out 2 years back. There was a clause that even if you had an ailment, you could take the policy and go to the hospital and take treatment. Now that, I believe, was responsible for the insurance company making huge losses. Because when you go to the market for any medical policy, they'll say if you have any existing diseases, then there is a certain time frame for which you have to wait before you can get the treatment done. Now, I do not know what is the situation today, whether you have some sort, and that helped in increasing the copay. I think the first year there was very little copay, there was zero copay or very small copay. I don't remember. I've never taken a claim any time in my lifetime so far. But you see, with the other companies, I was getting a lot of rebate for not taking any claims. Now, in this case, the person who's having an ailment is a beneficiary, and the person who's not having ailments is losing. Because you are now putting restriction on the existing ailments which are there. There has to be a particular time frame after which only you can claim this thing. But you see, that was not there, and that is why the insurance companies suffered in the first year. I do not know what is being done in this year. Are you putting that sort of a clause? Because if you don't put that clause, then the premium will keep on going up. And the people who are not taking any claim.
That is the biggest advantage.
Sorry?
That is the biggest advantage, right?
Yeah.
No period, right?
Actually, I've been suggesting to IT Foundation that you increase the number of youngsters who are unlikely to claim to reduce the average out the claim content for the aged people, 50, 60, 70-year-old guys who are taking insurances.
Yeah, but for that, you need continuity and transparency. I mean, it can't be done in such a hurried way.
No, hang on. I think there's no lack of transparency. The young people, please also understand they are working. For many of them, there is a company paid insurance cover that happens. So their desire to have another policy becomes less. When you're young, you don't think you're going to die or you're going to fall ill. That's number one. Number two, any group policy will benefit some people and not benefit some people. That's the nature of a group policy. So when the policy is designed, there are some people, when somebody said pre-existing should not be covered, it will reduce premium. Immediately you heard somebody else say, but that is the best advantage we have. So please understand that whatever you design, there'll be somebody who will like it and somebody who will not like it.
Yeah.
So we look at what
that is true.
We'll have to figure out what is the best for most people. And that's what we do. It also has to be different from a retail policy. If you can go and buy the same policy somewhere else, you will not do this. So the reason why this is designed in such a way that it benefits people who will not get such a policy elsewhere.
That's true. जो मिलता है ले लो.
नहीं मिलता नहीं है. आप अकेले लेने जाएंगे तो pre-existing, immediate, 90 years नहीं मिलेगा.
This is also a bone. This IIT's initiative. So जो मिलता है वो लेना चाहिए.
And obviously, all of us in the team who have worked, we are also alum ourselves. We also want the policy to benefit in the same way that it benefits each one of you. So we have looked at the negotiating team of what is the best possible deal. It can always be improved, and I would encourage actually any one of you to join and help. That will be really nice for next year.
Okay, there's one more thing I want to tell you. I saw a video a couple of days back where it said that the government has now come out with a plan, or it will come out with a plan where it will be totally cashless, and anybody holding a medical policy can go to any hospital and he does not have to pay anything. It will be 100% paid by the insurance company. I don't know when that is going to be implemented, but that will have a lot of effect on the policies which the people will be taking, because
No,
they
no,
will
it
not
is
have
not
to pay.
100%. It will be a cashless. It's not 100%.
Cashless, that's right. Cashless.
Right, right.
Ravi,
But
in
Yeah,
sometimes
so that we have all read that. So as it improves, as it becomes effective, it will apply to everybody. I mean, if that becomes the rule of the land and it becomes, then it will happen.
See, India, it's what happens. The hospitals want immediate cash after treatment. Now,
Yes.
the state governments, they also have similar policies for poor people, 5 lakhs, up to 5 lakhs, many states. And you find that they don't pay on time. So
Right.
finally, the hospitals deny good hospitals. We don't have seats.
Right.
That's what happens.
No, but I thought it also said that the 100% payment will be made by the medical.
No.
insurance
Why will
company.
100%? It never
No,
said
no,
that.
no,
It said that 100% hospitals will be cashless. It didn't say that your payment will be 100%. It will just be
Maybe
cashless as per the terms and conditions. But that is a plan. It is not yet in place.
Yeah.
And if it becomes in place, it will apply to all of us, of course. I mean, that's the
Okay.
rule of the land. So if it will apply to all.
Okay.
So PassCare has effectively replaced Alive. Now we will install all the app and all that, right? And these are facilitators. Can we ensure that at least one entity continues to be part of the scheme?
I don't think that that really should matter. We look at the best combination that becomes available, and that's what happens. So yes, if it can remain the same, but if, for example, if one of the insurance companies decided not to bid for the stuff, then what do we do? So also there are new and more,
Insurance company will
new
change.
people who are more.
Insurance
Sorry?
company will change. I understand that, but the facilitator
Right.
need not change, right?
Well, they all work with each other in a separate way. So yes, ideally speaking, if it can remain same without impacting the cost, there's no reason to change. But if the costs change, then I think that's the place we do make a difference.
Can I add something here?
Please go ahead.
Okay, let me explain one by one. Last year, we had insurance agent as Marsh and facilitator as Alive, two different companies, because Marsh did not propose to give all the facilities that a facilitator gives. So we went for Alive. This year, we have gone to new age brokers for negotiation also, like Policybazaar or PassCare, which are not only brokers, but they also have the facilitation services like app, payment gateway, etc., etc., etc. So now you don't need two people. You don't need a separate broker and facilitator, right? Number one. Number two, why are we changing the insurance companies every year? The point is this particular kind of policy, group policy, is not a permanent commitment. In retail, once a person enters a particular company, the company cannot refuse him renewal until and unless there is some fraud or something, etc., committed by that person. In case of group insurance policy, the company is free to refuse the renewal. This has happened to us. First year, New India refused. We went to IFCO Tokyo. Second year, IFCO Tokyo refused. We went back to New India. They also refused. We went back to many other companies. They refused. There are only 3 or 4 companies agreed to give a quote. So this is why the insurance company changes. And third, it does not impact. When last year आपने claim किया नहीं किया, because the company itself changes, तो उसका कोई impact नहीं होता है, either the plus or the minus impact on this year's policy. Right?
Correct.
Since all the PED is included, you don't need to be continuously with one company. In retail policy, you need to be there because there is a 4-year waiting period. So I think now enough time has gone. It's time to close this and think about what we are going to do about this proposal and take decisions, right? And
This last question.
Helplines, you can put your questions on WhatsApp helpline. Also, will provide you in this package.
I think all members need to have both retail policy as well as group insurance policy, and each has its advantages of its own to maximize their support from hospitalization.
Correct.
Expenses.
Similarly, capping cannot be reduced because capping depends upon how much claim ratio is coming up. The whole idea of capping is to reduce the claim ratio. And that's why 25% cannot be negotiated or reduced further. Maybe if our claim ratio is not so high, next year we might get the benefit of that. With that, I would like to close this discussion. Akshay, you want to add something?
Some healthy people should also support this scheme actually.
Yes.
One question I want to ask. My last year's policy is expiring on the 7th. Now I just have 2 days to do it. Have you sent the links for renewal?
No, we have not. It will come tomorrow.
So do I get some time?
Tomorrow
What
afternoon.
Off another one
what-
day.
Sorry.
We can't help it. These companies were not willing. When negotiations went back and forth.
आप
back and
पैसा
forth,
भेज
back
दो
and
ना
forth.
बाद में तो देखेंगे.
इसलिए problem हुआ है, and it is not that we wanted to delay.
Why
No,
don't you
that's all.
extend
My
why don't you
question is
extend the
if
starting date?
Well, 1 second, since you already have a policy, you know whether you like the policy or not. So while we understand that there should be no delay, the fact is that there has been a delay. So let's not, I mean,
No,
there's,
but why don't you change from the 8 to the maybe the
because there are other people who want it. There are lots of people, unlike you, who may have had the policy and who would want a continued policy. So, you know, as I said, group policy में हमेशा कुछ चीज किसी को अच्छा लगता है, किसी को नहीं लगता है.
No,
तो
there's one
उसके
thing
लिए
which I
हमने क्या किया था लास्ट ईयर आप लोग को जैसे बताया कि there was a second round of enrollment. We are not committing it right now. We will try for that. So if you for some reason you decide not to do it and you still need time, you will probably have that extra time later on. But you know that's not a commitment we can make at this point of time.
okay,
Well,
one
at least
one
can you tell us
hello.
a date by when you will be able to commit?
No, please don't.
It will be only on 8th.
I don't know
or
why
9th.
we are repeating the same questions.
No, we
have
don't
been
want to
answered.
repeat that.
Point, it is
No,
not
my question
possible
is
that
different.
saying and-
Please, can you answer this
please.
question? Hello. Hello.
Tell me,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Last two questions.
If for example, instead of making the payment by the 8th, I make the payment on the 15th, then I have no
You don't get
coverage.
coverage from 8 to 15th.
Correct. That's
That
all.
is not possible.
Sorry.
And
8 to 15
and
we are
insurance
without
company may not agree. Suppose they tell that we will not take any more further premium after 8. So it is
Correct.
not our
So therefore,
discretion.
you're saying that irrespective of what the situation is, the payment must be made by the 8th.
Not
Prashanto,
8th,
can
by
I just
7th.
one second.
By 7th.
Kirti, just hold on.
Yes.
Prashanto, let me explain this.
Yeah.
You want an extra time. It is understandable. Everybody understands that we should have
No,
had
that's
more
all right,
days,
but it's
5,
not
6,
allowed.
7 days.
It's not allowed.
So, let me complete. I understand that. So I'm helping you to get an answer to your question. The policy does not begin for anybody until the payment has been made by the foundation to the insurance company. So an X amount of payment has to be made to the insurance company. Only those people will get covered. Okay. Now for other people, as and when the second round opens up, if and when it opens up, you can then sign up. So it won't be 15th. You can't say कि अच्छा मैं 15 तारीख को दे दूंगा. So please cover me now from 15th. So if the window opens, which we hope we will be able to do that, we will then announce a date, and that will be with enough time. So you will have, and you would have already been through all these right now. So you would have decided that yes, it's a good policy. I did not take it, but I think when it opens up, I want to do it. So that's how
Okay.
it will work. Unfortunately,
Okay,
what
fine.
you are suggesting will not work, unfortunately. So
Okay.
I'm sorry about
Only
that,
from
about
your
the delay.
side, you
Really
ensure
apologize.
that we all get the notifications by today or latest tomorrow.
Tomorrow, not today.
Okay,
So we have
tomorrow.
between morning
Tomorrow,
and
and we will
evening to
pay. It is now possible to pay immediately. You take money from somebody else, we can take money from someone else for a day or 2 or a week and pay.
Sir, we are
That is what
helpless.
has to
I
be
can
done.
understand you.
I'm sorry, I
logically
don't
what you are
understand. Why
saying
do
is
we have
right.
to take money from someone else, etc., etc.? I mean,
No,
these
if,
are
if
not like.
if I don't have ready cash, I have to take it from someone else from
So
somewhere
fair
else.
enough, sir.
So
I
that
mean,
is
I
our problem.
understand
Please
that.
don't
So
involve the
you will
insurance
you will
companies
have to then
in
wait
that
for the
problem.
next round.
That's true.
Yes.
There is no
Okay.
installment plan, no credit facilities available in this policy.
Right.
Kirti, I think you can close now.
We can close. We have covered
Okay.
almost everything.
Yeah, it
Most
was
people have left. There are
very.
only 12 people left out of 78. So I think either they have got the answer or they have come to their conclusion. Out of 12, I think 6 or 7 are from our side.
No, we have 37 people. We have 37 people right
37.
now. That's
Oh,
all.
sorry, 37. I'm looking at the chat. Sorry. But
Is the tax benefit question was answered? Is it clarified?
So as last year you had received a certificate with regards to the tax benefit, there was a certificate that was issued from IFCO Tokyo. The similar way.
Not audible.
Not audible. Who's
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you are.
You're audible.
So as last year you had a certificate that was issued from IFCO Tokyo, the similar way you would have a certificate that is issued from Star Health, which would have your policy terms as well as help you with the under section 80C and 80D. The similar say the certificate is what you're planning to draw from Star also this year, which would be shared to you once the issuance is done.
That's great. Understood.
Okay, thanks, Kirti. I will now log off.
Everybody will log off. Last question, Ashish Kumar Tripathi. 1927 lives were insured last time. Lives, not family members or not alumni. Okay. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
participating.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
It was
you
very
so much.
useful.
Thank you
Hope
so
that
much.
you will all join. You will enjoy the benefits if you decide
Yes.
that is right for you.
Right.
Okay. Good night.
So we are all leaving now. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good night.
Good night.